Okay, so in this session, we're going to look at how to crop a sample. And this would often take place where, in this case, I have a very, very long track that I just want to use one part of. Okay. And in my case, it's this part out here. Okay, so a typical workflow for me would be to leave this one intact in case I wanted to go back later and get some of this. So what I would do here is I would just right-click the top track, 19 audio, and say duplicate. You can also do Command E. And then I would bury the original and then work just simply off this new copy. So that's what I've got now. And cropping is relatively easy. There's a couple little gotchas though. It is entirely governed by this loop brace, and it's entirely governed by the start point. In other words, if I said right-click crop sample here, then I'm not going to get a full crop. It's because my loop brace has to contain the start point, okay? If I did something like this and said crop sample, I would expect that all the action to the right would be gone, all the action to the left would be gone. This is not true. It has to be loop braced. So got my loop brace selected, and I'm just going to crop sample. Okay, now I have my individual piece, and I can put this in my session. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is create a reversal of this. Reverse is another thing that we need to look at over in this area. And what I want to do for that is just option click and drag down a new piece. I can also right click and say duplicate here, and it'll give me yet another piece, or right click and delete. Okay. And just for the sake of fun, I'm going to just say animated majors reverse. Something like this. All right. So now I'm just going to take a smaller section of this thing. Reverse has exactly what you'd think. It absolutely rolls this thing like a mattress or something. Just wham, like this. Okay, and then when I play it, the one thing that you do need to know is that crop and reverse are the only two destructive editing sample things that Live does. I'm going to say reverse. I've got it reversed. It's hard to tell whether this is reversed or not, actually. Let's hear it. I'm going to do it again. Yeah. Okay, one other thing that is oftentimes the case in using Live when you're building your own samples is this is a quite ambient thing, and I would like it if I could just play it once and it would go 10, 12 bars and then play again. So how do I extend the loop region? That's done this way. I go to my loop and I go to my length and I just roll this up. Okay, and then I put my end point out. I guess, yeah, just like this. And then we start. And that's how you get extra length. All right, so in the next session, we're going to learn what this little button edit does here. And we're also going to learn a way to defeat this grid.